In the brutal world of heavyweight boxing, there's a line you don't cross.
Tyson, and you know it. You hit me, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
You can talk tough, you can play mind games, but if you disrespect Mike Tyson,
on Saturday night, watch me kick Tyson's ass!
that line becomes your grave.
Tyson with a left hook, a right up, Steve, he's very hurt. He can barely stand.
Over the years, men with big mouths and bigger egos stepped forward. Gangsters, showboats, even legends, and every one of them paid in blood and silence.
People, I'm not scared of these guys.
From Frank Bruno's forced humility to Mitch Green's street corner nightmare, from Tyrell Biggs's arrogance to Evander Holyfield's defiance, each became a chapter in the book of consequences. Tyson wasn't just fighting for titles. He was enforcing a law older than boxing itself.
The best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever.
Respect. And when you broke that law, there were no appeals, only punishment. Today, we relive the moments when warriors forgot who they were standing across from.
Andrew, you're a fighter. But you're a fighter that the crowd pays.
Business in my head, that's it.
And Iron Mike reminded them the hard way. I'm Hurricane Peter McNeely from Medfield, Massachusetts. On Saturday night, watch me kick Tyson's ass.
I'm Hurricane Peter McNeely from Medfield, Mass. On Saturday night, watch me kick Tyson's ass.
That line became a meme before memes existed. In 1995, after 3 years in prison, Mike Tyson was finally coming back to the ring. And the first man, crazy enough to welcome him, was a regional nobody with a rhyming death wish. McNeely strutted into press conferences like he'd already won, smiling for cameras, talking about storms and destiny. But everyone else knew the forecast. Category 5 Tyson. When the bell rang, Peter charged forward like a mad bull and met a wall of iron. A short left hook, and he was on the floor before the commentators could finish his name. He got up, credit where it's due, but the second wave hit harder.
And McNeely, as advertised, comes right at Mike Tyson.
Another left, a right, and his legs turned to jello.
Took a right up, but down goes McNeely again.
Steve, he's very hurt. He can barely stand.
Tyson wasn't fighting to prove he was back. He was making a statement that prison had not tamed the beast. McNeely kept rushing in, kept getting hammered until his corner threw the towel less than 2 minutes in. The Hurricane had barely stirred a breeze. Afterwards, Peter smiled through bruises and called it a learning experience. For Tyson, it was an exorcism, a way to purge 3 years of rage in one round. To the fans, it was the moment the old order was restored. The king was back on his throne, and the message was clear. Talk all you want, but in the ring, respect isn't requested, it's enforced. Andrew Golota wasn't just any opponent. He was the dirtiest name in the heavyweight division. Known for low blows, headbutts, and tantrums, he built a career out of chaos. But when he signed the contract to fight Tyson in 2000, he didn't realize he'd just volunteered for an exorcism.
How big is he? What's his measurement? I don't know. 6'5". To me, he's a little boy. To me, he's very small. 6'5", 240. But to me, he's very, very small.
Golota walked to the ring smirking, calling Tyson washed up, a prison-made has-been. His fans roared, but within seconds of round 1, that smirk vanished. Tyson came out like a man possessed, head low, gloves tight, eyes locked. Bang! A right hand over the top split Golota's guard. Bang! Another. The crowd exploded. Golota's knees bent, his balance gone. Tyson stalked forward with surgical fury. No wasted movement, just violence delivered in perfect rhythm. Every time Golota tried to clinch, Tyson ripped hooks into his ribs like a hammer meeting drywall. The billiard ball boxer was now the cue. By round 2, Golota's face told the story. A swollen eye, a cut lip, and fear he couldn't hide. Tyson glared across the ring like a lion waiting for the door to open. But Golota never came back out. He quit on his stool, mumbling about a sore neck. The arena erupted in boos. In the end, Tyson didn't even need a knockout. His presence alone broke Golota's spirit. The man who spent his career fouling others walked away defeated by his own cowardice.
Last second, the bell's going to ring.
And as Tyson left the ring that night, fans didn't cheer the violence, they cheered the justice. Because once again, the baddest man on the planet had punished disrespect the only way he knew how. Absolutely. Before the bright lights and press conferences, Mike Tyson's battles weren't always fought in the ring. In 1986, standing across from him was Mitch "Blood" Green, a self-proclaimed gangster, a street enforcer who bragged about running Harlem. Mitch wasn't just fighting for a paycheck. He was fighting to prove he wasn't afraid of the monster everyone whispered about.
Tyson, Michelle Tyson, you're a sissy, you're not a true champion, my Pepsi, you're a homo.
He made sure the cameras saw his threats. Tyson's scared of me, he said. When I hit him, I'm gonna kill him. But the moment the bell rang, that bravado cracked. Tyson launched himself forward like a cannonball. Short, compact, explosive. Green's arms flailed as if trying to catch smoke.
Crazy or lying? What is your adrenaline? It's that anticipation.
Each punch sounded like a door slamming shut. By the second round, Mitch wasn't fighting to win. He was fighting to survive. Tyson's combinations were relentless. Hooks to the ribs, uppercuts under the guard, lefts that made heads snap like whiplash. Still, Green stayed on his feet, absorbing punishment most men would have folded under. The fight went the distance, but the decision was never in doubt. You'd think the story ended there, but 2 years later, Tyson met Mitch again, not in the ring, but outside a Harlem clothing store at 4 a.m. Green started shouting, demanding money. Tyson's reply? A single right hook that rearranged history. One punch shattered Mitch's nose, opened his eye, and sent him sprawling into legend. Reporters called it the street fight of the century. Mitch later said, "God has healed me." Tyson just called it Tuesday, and from that night on, the streets learned what the ring already knew. You can talk tough all you want, but nobody wins a fight with Iron Mike Tyson. When Frank Bruno stepped up to face Mike Tyson, he wasn't just a boxer, he was a showman. A British hero with movie star looks and a voice built for talk shows. He smiled for cameras, flexed for reporters, and told the world, "I'll knock him out spectacularly."
Wants me to kick his ass. Can I say that on television?
I can't really tell you how he's going to, a quick pace, fast pace, slow pace. All I can tell, I'm going to win, and I'm going to knock him out right into Donkey's. Hey, lap, only in America.
Tyson's bad for boxing, but behind that grin was fear. Tyson could smell it before the first bell. The night of the fight, Bruno entered the ring 27 pounds heavier and 4 inches taller. But size means nothing when the man across from you is chaos incarnate. Tyson didn't bother dancing, he hunted. A looping left hook cracked across Bruno's jaw, and the showman's confidence vanished like smoke. Bruno clinched, grabbed, and held on for dear life, turning the fight into a desperate hug fest. The crowd booed. Tyson growled. Each time they broke apart, Iron Mike ripped through his guard with left hooks that sounded like gunshots in a tunnel.
Right hand catches Bruno. Left hook. Bruno looks ready to go. Now is when he's got to hang on.
In the third round, Tyson uncorked a combination so clean it looked rehearsed. Uppercut, left, right. Bruno's body folded into the ropes. The referee waved it off. The so-called gentleman boxer lay silent, and the baddest man on the planet stood over him like an executioner after sentence. For Tyson, it wasn't just a win, it was personal. Bruno had mocked him, questioned his discipline, and tried to humiliate him in front of the world. Now he was just another name on the list of men who forgot what respect sounds like. And in Tyson's kingdom, disrespect always ends the same way, flat on the canvas. By 1991, Donovan "Razor" Ruddock was one of the most feared punchers alive, a man whose left hook uppercut combo could end careers in seconds. But fear breeds arrogance, and Ruddock began to believe that even Tyson's storm could be weathered. He didn't just call Mike out, he mocked him. "I'll dethrone him easy," Ruddock said. "Tyson's done." When the fight began, Razor came out sharp, his punches heavy, his confidence unshakable. For the first few rounds, he even managed to stagger Tyson, something few dared to dream of. But that brief flicker of dominance was gasoline on a wildfire. Tyson's eyes changed. His movements got tighter, meaner. Every step forward was personal now. He waded through Razor's shots like they were insults that needed answering. Then came the explosion. Tyson unleashed a hurricane of punches, hooks, uppercuts, rights, body shots, each one landing with the sound of retribution.
Right by Tyson.
The offensive action.
Ruddock just trying to catch his breath, looking for a second win here.
Ruddock refused to fall, wobbling but swinging back like a man possessed. The referee, Richard Steele, kept glancing nervously, watching the beating escalate. Finally, in the 7th round, Tyson detonated a right hand that sent Razor flying into the ropes. Steele stepped in. It was over. The crowd erupted, half in awe, half in shock.
Big riot going on.
A total fiasco here in the ring.
Security coming in. That was sure bad judgment.
Tyson didn't celebrate. He glared. For him, it wasn't victory. It was judgment. "Nobody survives disrespect," Tyson once said. "You talk, you pay." Razor Ruddock learned that truth firsthand, that there's a difference between bravery and stupidity, and when you blur that line with Mike Tyson, you find out which side of history you belong on. By 1996, the world thought they knew Mike Tyson. He was the villain, the destroyer, the man who turned fear into a weapon. Every opponent before him had crumbled, some quickly, some painfully. But then came a different kind of fighter.
Introducing
Evander Holyfield. Holyfield didn't come to survive Tyson.
And only Iron Mike Tyson!
He came to test him. A former cruiserweight, smaller but iron-willed, Holyfield carried something most men left in the locker room: faith and patience. In the build-up, he smiled while Tyson snarled. He prayed while Tyson promised pain. Everyone said he was too old, too small, too slow. They were wrong. From the opening bell, Holyfield absorbed everything Tyson threw and gave it back twice as clean. Every time Tyson charged forward, Holyfield met him with precision. Elbows, head movement, and pure grit. He bullied the bully. The fight turned brutal. Tyson's frustration boiled over. When skill couldn't break Holyfield, instinct took over, and the infamous bite happened. The moment that shocked the world. In that split second, Tyson's rage, the same fire that fueled his greatness, consumed him. Holyfield didn't flinch. He stood his ground, bleeding but unbroken, as Tyson was disqualified. For the first time, the law of respect turned inward. Tyson wasn't punishing arrogance. He was battling his own demons. And though he lost that night, fans would later admit, Holyfield didn't beat the myth, he completed it. He proved that even Iron Mike could be tested, not by fear, but by faith. Because even kings learn that respect goes both ways. In the end, Mike Tyson's story wasn't just about knockouts. It was about a law, unspoken, ancient, and brutally simple. Respect must be earned, and disrespect must be punished. Every man who crossed that line, Peter McNeely's foolish bravado, Golota's cowardice, Mitch Green's street pride, Bruno's showmanship, Ruddock's arrogance, Holyfield's defiance, each of them helped define the legend. Tyson wasn't a hero, he wasn't a villain, he was a force of nature, a man forged by pain, unleashed by anger, and remembered for both. Behind the violence was a code. When he said, "I'm the baddest man on the planet," it wasn't just ego, it was prophecy. And every punch he threw was an act of divine retribution against those who forgot what it means to stand before greatness. Today, long after the gloves have been hung up, that law still echoes through boxing gyms and highlight reels. It reminds us that power alone doesn't make you great, it's how you carry it. Tyson's legacy isn't just measured in belts or knockouts, it's measured in fear, respect, and silence. Because when Iron Mike walked into a room, even time held its breath.
Tyson wins on a 5th round TKO.